Ủa mấy nhắn này quăng chưa?
Ready? All right, 9:15, huh? There. Okay. And go.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are Group 28, and today we are glad to be here to provide a sharing session about your career path in the future. And here. And about the table content, our presentation we divided into the 5 parts. And about our team, we have the 6 members. So don't waste time anymore. I would like to introduce Ms. Tao, the person who will introduce about the global context.
I would like to talk about the global context and Asia context. Firstly, I want to talk about global context. According to the World Economic Forum, the job tend to declines in office and administrative or manufacturing and production. The opposite trends is business and financial operation and management. And the global and Asia context, the Republic predicts about 7.1 million jobs would be lost, the majority of which is white-collar office. Moreover, the Asia focus on the skill IT talent and infrastructure. The IT talent, the skill IT talent spend a lot of money to invest the e-commerce and digitalization and development in transportation infrastructure. Will constantly promote demand by engineering expertise. And lastly, I want to talk about the change in recruitment. 10 years ago, most of candidates due to the basics CVs, which called the processing by paper, and the basic CVs inform the employee. The basic CV inform the basic information such as family background and their core competence, and therefore it's difficult to set employer established. The 5 years recently, the rise of internet and social have enabled free flow of the reliable information between the recruit and job seekers. the employer could post their could spot their trust advertised, and the candidate can work freely to design the CV. And now the global internship and Chinese programs is a chain of college students. The employee can find a talented person to from the university to the internship. This way where the student can sign on their external competence. Now I will invite Mr. Pai and Mr. Hung.
Okay, and now I would like, thank you, Mr. very much. I have to say that the graduates nowadays very proactive and confident, right? And now I and Mr. Hung will tell you about the gaps in expectation between the employer and the graduate.
Thank you for sharing the graduate perspective. First, only about the salary and the benefits. And one regard for the fundamental factor to lead to the job satisfaction of a graduate. And according to the Maslow hierarchy of needs, salary and benefit play a role as the physical need. And when people achieve their physical need, then they will improve themselves for the further scale, like the system or maybe the self-actualization to be more creative. And because everyone needs to live and pay their daily expense, so the reasonable salary would be the fundamental needs of the fresh graduate for their daily life. And the second is a good environment working and the corporate welfare would also be an essential factor lead to the job satisfaction of the fresh. And because nowadays the employee not like a machine, they have the feeling that they need the company to provide them a good work-life balance, such as the social insurance or maybe the corporate welfare. Furthermore, they need the company or the organization to provide them the other policies like to reward them when they get the extra hour of working for this thing, instead of just paying them a reasonable salary. And final is the demand training and the nutrition. Because fresh graduates also have the knowledge and some basic skills, but lacking of their experience. Therefore, the training program will provide them some work-based knowledge. Then they could apply it into the reality. And Mr. Kwai, can you tell me about your perspective as an employer?
Yes, I agree with you that the fresh graduate is really concerned about the salary and benefit because it's the basic needs, right? But I also have the same thought with you when I first started the job. But as today, standing here as an employer, I want to say that the employer always desire to look at the productivity of the employee, because you know that when an employer hires the employee to work, they invest a lot of money, time, and effort on them, so they want the employee to work good back return. So if you are able to demonstrate your ability or the adequate competence to the employer, I think they will strongly invest in you. And you also mentioned about the training program, and as an employer, I have to say that training program and training development is very necessary part to organizational development, and it's very necessary to leverage the skill of the graduate because you have knowledge, skill, but you lack of experience. However, I also demand the self-learning skill. It's very important and much more important than the training program of the company because it's based on your daily task. And if you can solve your self-learning skill through the reflecting skill, observation, and the critical thinking skill, I think it will be the added value for you. And I also heard that the relationship is very important to is the determinant when the graduate when they seek a job. So can you show me and the people here in the building share about that.
Thank you for your sharing in the before part and in the relationship and the culture in the graduate perspective. I recognize that there are two types of relationship in the organization. The first is the relationship with the leader or the supervisor, because the fresh graduate is influenced toward the behavior of their leader. Then they need the leader to have a good leadership to support them to gain more experience or learn more new things. And the second is the relationship with the college in the organization, because the fresh graduate have expect to learning in the sharing and the progressive environment where the college or willing to share their experience as well their knowledge, and furthermore everyone in the company would should work as a team to achieve the target common goal of the company. And the final is the demand in the matching culture, also an important part to the job satisfaction, because according to PAS in 1998 has stated that the strong organizational culture plays an important role in improving the job satisfaction, and therefore the fresh graduate will ready to serve the organization when this environment will fit with them. And can you tell me your perspective as far?
Thank you. In regarding to the leadership, I totally agree with you. If you are the fresh graduate seeking job and you are lucky to work with the supportive leader or the supervisor, it's very helpful for your future career. But as an employer, I also demand you to promote the self-management, because nowadays the hierarchical and the bureaucratic approach no longer work well, and this protective or the holacracy approach is more popular in the company, which require you to manage your time and your tasks more efficiently. Second, talking about the collaborative college, I think that rather than waiting the collaborative college to make friends with you, I expect my employee to take the role as the person who do the networking, right, to make the relationship with the other people in the company, because it's beneficial for you. So I require the employee to be more proactive and open-minded and improve the communicating skill through that. And the last one, many graduates they think that about the matching culture. They usually talk about the culture doesn't match them. However, in the reverse, I think that culture take a long time to build, and the norm and the value of the company based on the owner. So as an employee, you have the right and ability to contribute to the culture, right? Change yourself to the culture there, but the culture cannot change to adapt to your personality. Okay, and I think about the career path.
In the career path, about the graduate perspective, the fresh graduate have the expect the employer will assign the candidate with a clear company vision and the growth potential, as well as the learning and development opportunity. And furthermore, company with a clear career path will increase the employee working experience, as well as their willingness to serve the company for a long term. And how about your thinking?
I demand a hardworking and consistent employee who have a clear vision in their career leader, right? So when you work, you should imagine your final destination in 1 year or in 5 years, so that you will put more action. And if I employer see that your vision clear, I will appreciate you. Okay, and now I would like to sum up our part with the competency requirement. We divide it into the 3 categories: attitude, skill, and knowledge. Right? First attitude, I require employee to have a cooperative attitude, willingness to learn, positive thinking, and integrity is very important. in terms of skill, learning skill is very important. You should learn smart to gain more knowledge, workplace knowledge in the workplace. Time management and problem solving is also important. And about the knowledge, I know that in the university you have a lot of theoretical knowledge, but in the practice, the workplace knowledge is much more important. And nowadays, in a lot of companies, you should improve the knowledge in multi-field in various industry. So it will be the added value when you do the project in the company. And thank you. And now I would like to invite Mr. Kuhn to talk about the challenge.
Okay, so next we move to the next challenge. It's about the lack of experience among the fresh graduates. So to most of the organizations from around the world nowadays, the employers that prefer the students with their working experience more than the students with the zero experience. So according to Churcher in 2011, he stated that with the previous working experience that will provide the students the ability to adapt quickly into the real working environment when they transfer from the universities into the organization. Okay, so this is becoming a challenge for both the employers and the fresh graduates. So according to the High Flyers report in 2012 indicated that 36% of the applicants that are chosen by the employers with the previous working experience. So, and similarly to that, with the Jobs Malaysia report indicates that the unemployment rate of the fresh graduates accounted for 3.4%, despite the fact that they all have been their excellence in certifications and qualifications together with their talents. So there are two reasons that lead to why the experience are more important than the certifications. First of all is that the organizations don't have to spend their time on training the newbies again. So this takes a lot of time for them to require a lot of training before taking the jobs. And secondly is that the experience will help the students to transfer their great ideas into realities, which will facilitate their mindset. This according to Hussein in 2019. So there are also two ways that will give the students achieve the experience. First of all is work internship, which is a process which gives the students the chance to attend and practice and work on in the organization's internal operations process. And secondly is about the work-based learning, which is a program that's being applied by many universities around the world that connects both the workplace and the schools in order to enhance the students' employabilities and may provide the students and graduate skills in order to meet the employer's requirements in the future career. So next is
I will introduce you about the competence. We have three competence: attitude, skill, and knowledge. Currently, the economy in the world is developing. To be hired, a new graduate student has to upgrade their skills, not only knowledge but also experience and value creation. And the first competence in attitude is divided into three parts. The first part is lack of enthusiasm. New graduates has to have enthusiasm to learn because they have less interest in staying at the same company, so the employer could regard them as suspicion. They are still holding emotions like impatience, inactive in work, and the second part is lack of authority. Authority is one of the most valid for which adjustment, honestly, loyalty. New graduate have new provision and ready access to mistake. And the final part is the multicultural condition. As new graduates respect the other culture and connect members through communication and develop the company. And the next competence is skill. We have three parts. The first one is skill in the economy world and also different from university building a network of people and colleagues who can help you succeed at your workplace and find in your career. And next skill is analysis skill would happen if you have real work experience and have critical thinking, then come up with a solution for a company. And the final skill is technical skill. New graduate could be good in learning, but cannot use Word or Excel efficiently. This is very important. And the last component is knowledge. Too practical and not practical. Another major challenge is limitations such as work-based learning, non-practical. Students could be good in studying, but in workplace there is a huge problem need to solve. And inflexible as workplace, they might not respond to changing expectation readily. And next link will present about it.
Continue with the final part, I will talk about advice for new graduates. Firstly, analyzing and discovering each individual career path, which design and fashion, which emphasize three things: do what you like, do what you're good at, and do what the market needs. This identification will help new graduates to strengthen their skill in relevant area and make them more complete. To be more specific, a strategic plan is significantly needed. Smart goals and milestones should be addressed, which help new graduates to avoid inconsistency in job change. Moreover, individual competencies such as knowledge should be widened in different aspects. Besides that, interpersonal skill, leadership, self-management, and technical skill like big data, analyzing skills which are relevant to computer science should be noted recently. In addition, when seeking for a job, resume, cover letter, and interview are highlighted, requiring that applicant prepare professionally. STARS techniques stand for situation, task, action, and result. Is a wide choice to support for answering interview questions. Last but not least, attitude also necessary for job seeking. For example, students should be more active in both extracurricular activity in school and part-time job experience accumulation. In brief, searching company information before applying, which ensure consistency and patience to follow the road at least 1 year is a good way. And this is the end of our presentation, and here's our reference list. And thanks for your listening.
Thank you very much for your presentation. So you have covered all the main parts as required, and also it is a very interesting presentation. I really like the part that you guys on board and discussing with each other, presenting sort of conflicting ideas, but very logic and easy to understand, easy to follow. I like that the most. Right? Very creative. Now, then I read more the challenges and the advice are good as well. Okay, however, I need to see the references on the slide. Like, for example, the challenges that you identify, I see that you try to explain each of the challenge, but where is the reference?
I put it on the note in each slide.
Do you?
The note in each slide, if you look at in your computer, you will see the note.
But then I want you to put the reference on the slide, like everything you take elsewhere, you need to put a reference next to it. Otherwise, like to miss out the exact reference. Okay, similarly, and the advice as well. Okay, even though I think the advice is quite simple. I mean, given the gaps that you guys identify, you have so much gaps, right? So many gaps, right? And then need to challenge, go from the gaps and advise to adjust the gaps, right? Like other hand, graduate demand the company to provide them training. Okay, so the gap there, there are three gaps, and that will pose a challenge. What is your advice for the student? You need to learn how to learn. You know what I mean? And link everything together. So good length of that thing. Yeah. So something for you to consider. Or it was good.
Thank you.
Do you have any comments?
I guess that's my struggle. I love your role play.
Yeah.
You are very passionate. You are maybe the only one that did that. You should do it next time. And also the advice is also, like short. It's really short. It's because you said maybe 1% of your presentation time, so maybe you should elaborate more.
True. It's the 10 part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Yeah.
quên để xuống